that show An Idiot Abroad, where Carl Pilkington goes around, that like goofy goober British guy, to different countries and experiences their culture. He was in China and he was on a bus like going to the Great Wall of China. And what's funny to me is like I never picture like the same way like Americans all go to the Grand Canyon. Like that's not surprising to me. Of course, you're going to see a bunch of Americans in the Grand Canyon. America is massive. Most of us don't live anywhere near it. But in my head, I was like, I didn't consider that everybody who's going to visit the Great Wall of China is Chinese, because they're from like a different area. They're just visiting their own landmark. And he was sitting on this public Chinese bus, and this woman next to him, this old Chinese lady in the seat next to him, has a plastic bag and is spitting into it like every 40 seconds. And he's sitting there like, and he's like, I thought it was just this lady, but look around the bus, everyone's gobbing every 2 seconds. I don't understand it. Why are we gobbing?
China was right about the social credit scores.
No, it's a spitting culture.
That was maybe that was a necessity, because I have heard that even from my Chinese friend. She's like, yeah, spitting is like people don't even turn away from you. They'll just like be looking at you, talking to you, and they just spit.
Very turn.
Oh, I can't even get it out of my American head to turn when Faux doing it. Yeah, that I don't like that. So at least we're past that. But yeah, blowing your nose, farting in public shouldn't be, or at least like the only place it's kind of and it's not acceptable, and I don't do it, but it is funny, is you can get away with some nasty farts on a plane because of the amount of noise, and you can left cheek lift and then just. Are
you sure you're getting away with it?
I was just thinking about crop dusting in the hallway in high school. Like we would be between. I thought about this last night about this putrid fart that I let out in 9th grade. We were the hallway was just full of people, shoulder to shoulder, moving forward, and I was just crop dusting, and it was hot. I could feel it was hot back there. I was like, this is a rough one. And the smell was catching me. And I was like trying to escape it like in a disaster movie. I could feel it like encroaching behind me. And I could hear every now and then a person behind me go, ah!
I remember it was in the locker room in like 8th grade. And these two black guys, this giant fat black guy, Marquise, and this other like star of a football team, best running back, Courtney, and Marquise farted trying to like fuck with Courtney, and Courtney just started yelling. He's like, oh shit, man, you sick, you gotta go to the doctor, that ain't normal, you sick as hell. Like, and I was like, and then you walked into that quadrant of the locker room, and it's like, Marquise, I really do think you might be ill. Like, this isn't a normal person's fart. This is rancid. This is rancid.
4th grade, I had some kind of fruit juice that didn't agree with me, and I had to fart. I couldn't not fart. And in my head, it was either going to be silent or just like the smallest of whatever. It's 4th grade. It wasn't. It was a trumpet that blew for like 12 seconds, and the teacher stopped class. She's like, you kids are disgusting. You're disgusting. And my 4th grade mind is like, maybe she's talking about something else. She wasn't. It was squarely aimed at me.
Oh, that's so funny. Damn. You're thinking that as your like fart is still finishing, like, the very end.
That was a lot more than I thought. It was bad.
So funny. My buddy, we were in 7th grade English. My teacher paired us off, and the floor was tile of this classroom. He paired us off, and like we had to go do some stupid English shit. And me and my buddy Sean were sitting there. We were working together, and he looked at me, and like this is like we're 12, 13 years old. Social like score is very important. You can't be farting in class. All the girls are gonna know. That's gonna spread around. And he like looked at me and he goes, listen to this. And he thought it was gonna be like a more airy, like a fart, but it wasn't the breathy fart. It was because we were sitting on tile, he left cheek lifted, and then it sounded like a machine gun. It was like, and then I, in one of my, it might be the most Benedict Arnold I've ever been in my life. I like scooted away from him on the tile and started laughing at him in order to distance myself from it. And even to that day, like I felt almost like that that soldier who was crying on the stairs and Saving Private Ryan. Like, I should have fought for him. I should have had his back. Because then we like walked to lunch afterward, and it was like, sorry, I sold you down the river there.
Dude, I had a friend. He would fart and cough at the same time, just like bam, thinking it covered it up. I don't think it covered it up. Hey, what's up, Christopher? We were just talking about gas in school stores. Anyway, he would fart and cough at the same time, thinking he would cover it up. And then he would recruit me and himself to breathe deeply as a way to like filter this air and get the smell out. I was not participating in this. I'm like, I don't want to inhale your farts. Like,
you've got to, Woody. Filter my fart out with your lungs.
Yeah, no way. Yeah. So I think he was asking for a step too far.
I think he was too. Chris, have you ever ripped ass badly in school?
Yeah, we were watching a movie one time in like 3rd grade, and like it was just like one of those like snuck up on you, and it was like we're like all the classes kind of emptied out in this one little center area. We called it a pod, and it was like concrete floors, like echo chamber. And it was like some loud, whatever you'd play to like 3rd graders. And it was like right at the one quiet part. Like I like sneezed or something and one just snuck out. And like, it was like a ripple effect. Like 200 3rd graders were all just like shirts over their mouths. Like, oh my God, like there was no walking away from it. Like whatever number of cool points 8-year-old me had managed to accumulate since kindergarten were immediately erased and gone into the negative. And I was probably in college before I worked my way out of that one.
It's embarrassing. And sometimes you just can't hold it.
At least not as bad as like when you gamble on one, like in some other country or something. And, you know, you gamble on enough farts, you're going to lose one eventually. So it's always kind of funny. Every time I'm on here, like I always come in at this, like I usually have some technical issues because I'm a moron. And then there's always some like super weird part when I come in. So it's always something scatological. So it's kind of funny. I think it was horse semen the last time. So I'm going to take farts any day.
Farts are funny. They're good. You're talking about like rolling the dice on a fart. I'm on a tremendous streak. I haven't had a miss on rolling the dice on a fart in many years. One of my buddies, this was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. He was like, yeah, I mean, at least once a year, I would say. Like we were talking about like beefing it up and like missing a fart and like sharding yourself. And he was like, oh, I mean, he's like easily once a year minimum. And we were all like, once a year? Like every time you show up to a new Christmas, you've shit your pants again. That's astounding. You're 29. Like,
that's a pretty terrible like rollover plan there.
Horrible. But it really just made me thankful.
Is that what you said at the Thanksgiving table?
Like, yeah, I'm thankful that I don't have to roll the dice on it. Yeah,
I'm thankful for my winning streak on shards.
Haven't fired out a loser in a while.
I love those videos online of people like having to shit in public, and you can see that moment of desperation where they just duck into an alcove next to a potted plant. It's like, here's the spot. This is it. The best one ever, though, the lady shits this disgusting pile of shit onto the floor and then falls into it. She trips, falls into the pile of shit. And it's like, this is the worst day of her life. We're seeing it right now. Like, this is it. This is the worst day of her life.
Oh, she fell into it?
I've seen them stop, like they're at a dollar store in line and they're just like, shit, right here. And they literally pull their pants down and just like shit a turd out while there's like people within arm's reach and then shuffle away.
I saw an Indian guy pooping in public on a Twitter video, and his poop was so long that it was still attached to the ass even after a full ground coil. It was astounding. I'd never seen something like that in my entire life.
Dude, I have been to like India and Morocco both. I have seen cats just walking down the street, just pop a squat, like yellow line in the middle. Like in Morocco, a lot of the back streets just have like sort of a V to the street itself, and it's been that way for 4,000 years. And yeah, they just pull a robe up, drop it right there, keep on walking. India, it's sort of involuntary, but like, yeah, a lot of countries, man, they just see it completely differently. You know, it's just like one of those, like, would be like us, you know, sneezing on a MARTA train. They're just going to pop a squat right in the street. And it's just like, walk it off, man. Like they don't even blink twice. You just got to watch where you step.
Talk about rude.
This isn't my story, but I used to do woodworking. I knew this woman who was also a woodworker in her 40s or something. And she was in the Army. And she wasn't like, she wanted to be one of the boys, not treated as a girl, something different than everyone else. And I wasn't there, but I guess the latrine had some like it was in the air and you could see the poop drop underneath, right? Like the person had privacy, but the poop was exposed. And she's going to the bathroom and everyone's watching. She's like getting attention for this. And apparently she dropped like a 48-inch fluorescent light bulb out of her ass. And all the boys were like shocked. Her sergeant was like, well done, Corporal. And she became one of the boys in that moment as she shits like a man.
Oh, that's horrible. I don't know. I guess you're bored in the Army. Like maybe there wasn't
a lot of downtime.
Yeah, nobody had Plinko or Uno or any games, so it's like let's watch this lady shit. Damn. I wouldn't like that. That would also make me treat her as one of the boys. Ironically, I'd be like, wow, any even semblance of attraction I had towards you.
It's gone now, which was what she was targeting. Like Taylor, I had a really long winning streak of like winning on the Shart gamble. Mm-hmm. A couple months ago, sometime in 2025, it went wrong. Not bad. I even had hope that perhaps while I didn't completely win the gamble, my underwear was still fresh. It was not. And so now I'm in the bathroom. I'm cleaning the situation up and I'm trying to hide it from my wife, which I did. I cleaned my underwear in the bathroom sink and then I hid the underwear in some like less used corner. You cleaned poop
out where you brush your teeth?
It was a guest room thing.
No, where she brushes her teeth.
And I cleaned it out, got that fresh as new, put the underwear somewhere, hid it for like 3 days while it completely dried out. And then I slipped it into the laundry. She's none the wiser. She still doesn't know.
Wow, that's a real Ocean's 11 maneuver you pulled there. I love that.
A buddy of mine dropped a backhoe through the top of a septic tank one time.
Okay.
It was bad. It was like, I guess, however many feet underground they should have been. It was about a fourth of that. And he was moving something around in the backyard and just like the weight of it just caved in. And it was just like Kool-Aid Man right through the ceiling into that thing. Like it was. I wasn't there for it, fortunately, but
did he fall in there?
Funny,
like,
I think the tractor went in. I think he was able to leap to safety. I don't remember anything but just the fact that you now have like an open pit sewer in your backyard with no real means to cover it up. And also having a 12,000 pound tractor stuck in it. It was bad, man.
I wonder if he dug himself out with the backhoe. Well, a backhoe. No, I'm thinking of an excavator. Backhoe, that's trickier.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess if you had to pick one, and the backhoe's got like the little arm on the back and the bucket in the front, so I guess you could theoretically lift yourself out of it. To be honest, I don't really remember the technical side of it at the moment. I was just more, enamored with the idea that he had like totally ceiling crashed his way into a septic tank. Okay, go ahead.
No, I said that's a terrible day at work. You think you're just driving your fun tool around and then you fall into like old poop.
I had this house in Athens, Georgia years ago, and I'd built this like Zen garden in the backyard, fish ponds, all this kind of stuff. And I planted a weeping willow tree that was about the size of a golf club. And within probably a year, you could have climbed it. Within 2 years, you could have built a tree house. And like this thing just almost like overnight became this giant tree that took over my whole backyard. And after a few years, I realized it had like tapped into my septic tank at the house. And it was just this like full-time fertilized willow tree. It became this like superhuman willow. It was kind of scary, but I guess it kept the septic tank from getting overflowed too. But it was my worst experience was years ago. I lived in Atlanta and I had like a basement, like an basement apartment that had a sump in it. So imagine like a 50-gallon drum in the basement, in the floor of your basement that had a pump in it. And I get like with a downstairs shower and the toilet would get up to a certain height, the float would kick on and it would pump everything like 10 feet up and out to the city sewer. Well, the pump failed. And like it just like one day a shower pushed it over the edge and suddenly there was just like 2 inches of poop water in the basement. I'm like, oh no. So like I call a plumber and they're like, I live in like the edge of Dunwoody, so I get like the Dunwoody upcharge. They're like, yeah, it's going to be $3,600 for us to come out. And I was like, man, forget that. So I took like a motorcycle rain suit, like the cheap vinyl ones, and like some booties, and like literally duct tape it up, made my own like hermetically sealed hazmat suit, got like a paint respirator and like 2 bleach buckets and a couple of 5-gallon buckets. And I like just, if I'd had like an air tank, like an old like diver, like old timey sponge diver back in the like I just put on the paint respirator and some goggles and just taped myself up and just went on there and like scooped out probably, I don't know, however much a bleach bottle hold, half of that, probably 80 like scoop. I mean, I had to scoop out 40 gallons of that stuff to fish that pump out.
Ugh.
Oh, it was so gross, man. Like it was just, I still get like.
Did the suit hold up?
The suit held up. Yeah, I was very careful. I was like one of those people in those movies with like the mega virus in the CDC lab. It was like stairs. I was like hermetically sealed. I was sweating like Oprah Winfrey at a Merle Haggard concert in that thing. But man, nothing was getting in there, man. I was, and that was even my house. But still, I got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
It was bad. I just like threw the rain suit, everything. I just like literally like got somebody like cut me out of it and just like walked out backwards and just like pushed it into a lawn bag and still got flashbacks. Still was worth $3,600, but
yeah.
No more poops. No more poop issues in the house. Since
no,
then?
after that it was good. We had to have a house rule like these are the things you can flush down the toilet and these are the things you cannot. And after that it was all good. And now
that's a rule to lead with.
And then sold the house. It's somebody else's problem now, but I should have left him a poop suit behind, but it'll be his problem.
I saw a guy, I don't remember what country it was in, but I remember he was brown and he's sort of supervising a manhole in the street. And the manhole you can see the water. The water is only like 6 inches below the road's level. And it's like this brown, murky shit water. And he's sort of like supervising the hole kind of on one knee. And I'm like, what's he guarding that hole for? And then a man comes out of the hole with scuba gear on, all covered in shit. He's like, he's okay. He'd been down there in scuba gear doing shit work, like turning knobs or something.
I bet he's not even getting paid enough.
No, there's no way he's getting paid $5 million a year, which is what is enough to be a scuba shit man. Like Jesus Christ, do you know how dangerous E. coli is? Like it's
is there poop underneath the manhole covers? I thought it was just rainwater.
Again, I don't know what country this was. They had a scenario going on.
Okay.
Plugged up somewhere.
Well, we've had a scenario here in Georgia recently. So Lake Lanier is like our kind of big reservoir lake up here. It's a huge lake. I don't know how many square miles it is, but I mean, it's vast. I mean, just sailboats and yachts and hundreds of miles of shoreline. But there has been such a massive population influx up here in definitely last 5 years, even the last 3, where like literally like the water system here, the sewage system just cannot handle it. Like the water coming out of the sink, it just has this funky mold smell. There's been like issues of like they've been just building apartment complexes on like every flat, every field, every little nice meadow, every mountaintop. If it is horizontal and not already occupied, they are building 5-story apartment buildings everywhere out here. And this is like rural Georgia. I mean, I'm an hour north of Atlanta. There are just so many people, the water can't keep up with it. So we're having to like run water through like a Brita filter and the fridge filter. I got to let the shower run for 10 minutes before I get in there and it's still a little funky. Like, I'm going to have to rig up some kind of like household water treatment center. It's just like, for 50 years, we had a water treatment system here that was probably set up for 200,000 people, but now there's 800,000 people in the span of a few years, and they just biologically can't keep up with it. And the water here has gotten gross. I'm like, man, this is like, I mean, you guys have traveled, like you kind of take for granted things in America, like the water's clean and the bridges don't collapse and the power comes on, but we're getting to that spot. Like there's just like, it's like the door in Titanic. Like everybody can't climb on, we're going to sink. But I'm looking at this video now. You're turd scuba man. Like that's.
Yeah. This is a different turd scuba man. This is a sewage pipe he's working on.
This is a different guy.
Yeah,
this is low tech, and the guy in the far bucket hasn't surfaced yet. Are there 2 of them?
That's like, Julio. He can hold his breath a long time.
They're doing like a diving bell with the bucket.
Yes. For those who are audio only, these guys are they are over their heads in shit water, and to go underwater and work on it, their buddy is holding a 5-gallon bucket over their head and then pressing it down as they submerge themselves to create this little diving bell of air for them.
Oh my god! Like like Turd Diver was not on that cat's job application, right? And like you'd have like that one buddy that would like pull it up too fast or like tip it just to prank you, like let all your air out.
If I get it in my mouth once,
I don't understand how it's even helpful because it's not making him that much lower in the water, and there's an opaque white plastic bucket over his head, and so like
he's doing handwork though. He doesn't need to see what he's doing. He's turning valves or attaching something that he can do blind, but he can't reach it.
Just needs to reach 12 inches lower, I guess.
That must be it. That looks terrible.
It's like I've had a lot of jobs that I didn't like, but like I don't not like them nearly as much as I used to.
I wouldn't want to work with shit. That would be on the bottom end of my jobs.